Morning, everyone. It is election time, and as I said, we're going to have someone every day come on in and talk about their run for office. So today, we have a constable candidate for District 3, which is our home studio district for Grundy County, and it is Patrick Stefanski. So welcome, sir.
Good morning.
So before we get into the nuts and bolts, let's talk a little bit about who you are and why in the world you chose to run as constable.
So, like you advised, my name's Patrick Stefanski. I live in Mount Eagle. I've lived in Mount Eagle for the last 6 years. Prior to living in Mount Eagle, I lived off the mountain. I was born in Cleveland, Ohio. Grew up there several years in Cleveland, Ohio, and Buffalo, New York, just outside of Buffalo, New York. Throughout my childhood, I lived in Virginia, Georgia as well, but most of my time was spent in Cleveland, Ohio, or outside of Buffalo, New York. I moved down here when I was about 14 years old. My parents divorced. I came down here to live with my mother, and I've been here ever since. Um, once schooling was over, there was an itch. Wanted to do something. I just didn't know what. So I put out an application to the Law Enforcement Training Academy in Cleveland State. Applied in 2002 to go to them and was accepted to go to the police academy in 2002. I graduated the police academy in December of 2002, and I started beginning of January of 2003 with the Cowan Police Department. And throughout my career, I've worked with the Cowan Police Department, the Huntland Police Department, and I currently work with the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Down there at the Sheriff's Office, I work second shift. I'm the second shift supervisor. I'm also a canine handler with the Sheriff's Office down there. So my duties down there are overseeing second shift, making sure everything runs smoothly, taking care of the deputies, taking care of their needs, and stuff like that.
Why did you choose to run for constable?
Wanted to choose to run for constable. It Once you get into public service, that urge never leaves you. You want to help in any aspect that you can. I wanted to contribute something in Grundy County, and with my professional experience, I feel like the constable role would be my best contribution to the citizens of Grundy County.
Got you. Now, a lot of us, we first learned what constables did recently. Kyle was a very prolific poster of events, etc. So, where do you see that role of constable in our community?
So the cookie cutter answer that you're going to get when people ask what does a constable do, the cookie cutter answer you'll get is they serve civil papers. They're process servers. That is an aspect of what they can do. Some counties utilize their constables is courthouse security and stuff like that. Another role that I think gets underutilized as a constable is you are a public servant. You have the same powers and abilities as the local law enforcement officers, but you need to take that with the understanding that you're there to support them and help them in their roles, and you're more of a supporting role in that aspect. There are things that you can do out by yourself, but the primary role that I would like to be is a support to the Tracy City Police Department, the Mount Eagle Police Department, the fire departments throughout here, Tracy City, Mount Eagle, and help them in any way I can. Be available to them, be there to assist them on calls, respond to calls with them. I bring 20-something years of law enforcement experience, and this is no knock at anybody. There's officers out here that don't have that much experience or new into the field, and I would like to offer them guidance and assistance, but also with that in mind, realize that any situation or call we go to, they're going to be the primary. They're going to be the primary officer on that call, and whatever decision they make or however they want to handle that call, I'll fully support how they do that.
Well, that's wonderful. And Cowan's a small town like we are.
It is.
It's a different way of policing, isn't it?
It is. It's a more intimate way of policing. You get to know your people and your citizens more when you're working in a small community. Cowan was a great place to work. The Huntland Police Department was an outstanding place to work. I worked there for about a year, and what made that place outstanding was the citizens. There's very few communities that are as tight knit as the city of Huntland and its citizens. They gather around each other, they rally around each other, and it was pleasurable and enjoyable to witness that while serving in Huntland.
Pelham's like that.
Pelham's like
Yeah,
that.
Pelham doesn't have a government, so they've only got each other.
They're tight knit.
They're a very tight knit bunch, and it's awesome. So you do understand, the difference. It's a small town community. Like I want to live in Mayberry. Is that so much to ask?
No. I think everybody does.
All right. So as constable, since you've been aware of kind of the whole scenario here, where do you see the opportunities and challenges ahead?
The opportunities are to get out here and be a servant to the citizens, whether they need assistance on a call or whether they're struggling with anything that we can assist with or I can assist with. I'll give anybody the shirt off my back. And if I can get out here and help them in any ways, the struggle that I see is, I'll be honest with you, I'm not from here. The question I get asked all the time, and as recent as yesterday, is, who are you? Well, I have to explain to them who I am. And the struggle will be to get people to realize that my intentions are pure and my heart's in it for the right reasons, because they don't know who I am.
Well, Kyle married the local girl. That's how you do it. You got to marry into the local crowd.
So I haven't married into the local girl yet, but I've been with the same woman I've been with since 2018.
Nice.
We've got a 5-year-old boy. He turned 6 on August 1st. She's born, raised in Grundy County. She loves
good.
she loves Grundy County more than anybody else loves Grundy County. And you're not getting her off this mountain.
Well, what's her name?
It's Megan Rollins.
Oh, nice. That's what we do. We have to import them.
She calls me a transplant.
That's okay. You keep us grounded. All right. Why are you the best person for the job?
I don't want to get here and boast myself and say that I'm the best person for the job. I do have an opponent running for me. I don't have anything negative to say about my opponent. I had a pleasurable conversation with him for about 30 minutes a little while back. I got to know him, I talked to him, and I don't want to get out here and boast and say that I am better than him at his abilities or my abilities. What I bring to the table is experience. I'm experienced in the job that I am, or the position that I'm seeking, and that's the best contribution I can bring to that, is just the experience I have through my law enforcement career. I've been post-certified through the state of Tennessee since 2002.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you some not off topic, but kind of similar topic questions. Monteagle's a gateway. It's got the interstate. It's got 2 exits. We have unique challenges in law enforcement. How can you help with those?
The challenges I believe that you're going to see is you got people coming through Mount Eagle that aren't here to stay. They're traveling through Mount Eagle. They're coming off the interstate. Something may happen with them. Something may happen with the locals. It's blending the outsiders and the insiders to make everything run smoothly. It is an interstate town. It's got 2 exits, and it's a challenge to make all that flow.
Well, we all it is. We're like the like the border. We'll get them before it gets to y'all. Don't worry about it. So that's why Monteagle has to have a strong presence. We had Chief Rayline in here previously. It takes a strong police in Monteagle, particularly because of the interstates and all of the questions. Drugs. You said you have a dog.
I do. I have a solid black German Shepherd. His name's Marco, and he currently works with me down at my agency that I work with. I've had him for a couple years now. He does belong to me. He was purchased by me. So looking into the aspects and the legalities of possibly working him out here as in the constable role as well.
So great. We had Officer Brant Voss, who was in Milo. It was amazing what they got done.
Brant was a friend of mine. We used to get together every Wednesday and do training together. Um, a lot of the dogs, Tullahoma's dog and Deckard, Franklin County's, Brant's, we would all get together and do training. And it was a hard time when we lost Brant.
It was certainly sudden, and he was well loved in our
He
community.
was. He
I'm gonna
was.
get a little choked up now. Um, is there any other unique opportunities that this region could have if we got everything in place? Like you hear, we've got some weird disappearances.
That is something that I have noticed, and I know that the agencies, the local agencies, are tirelessly looking into those. Um, it's going to be finding the root cause of it, whether it be a singular person or just isolated incidents. The challenge is getting people to talk about it. People out here know answers to some of the questions that are being asked, but getting them to answer those questions is the challenge that law enforcement faces.
Yeah, and maybe it's because we're an exit town, right? Maybe it's because you can get in and out quick. Maybe it's because we can feed people to the hogs. He'll find out. Um, but Cindy Day, dear friend of all of us, Dutch Made Bakery, the Coon. There's so many of our hometown boys that their mamas and their people just want to have peace.
Mm-hmm.
So anything we can do on that. What if we missed, sir?
I don't know if we've missed anything. I think we've covered pretty much everything. Um, just looking forward to the opportunity and seeing what can be done with this role, especially through transparency. I know that Kyle was very transparent in what he was doing via Facebook and kept everybody updated with what he had going on. I would like to continue that because I feel like if you elect somebody, you should know what they're doing in their position. If it's behind closed doors and nobody knows what's going on, then are you serving the citizens effectively? And I don't believe you are. So there'll be updates if elected, what's going on, what I'm doing, and what I'm out here in the community doing, because I think the citizens have a right to know what their elected officials doing.
Nice. And if they wanted to find out more about you, call Megan. Do you have a website? Do you have Facebook? Tell us some sources.
I don't hide behind anything. You can reach me on Facebook under Patrick Stefanski, or there's a page for Elect Patrick Stefanski, Constable of District 3. Or I'll be honest with you, my cell phone number is 931-691-7374. And if you have any questions, feel free to text me or call me directly and ask the questions yourself. I'll gladly answer any question you have.
That's bold, putting your phone number out there. That's what I'm talking about. All right, any last words before I send you on your way?
Just be informed. If you go to the polls, make sure that you go to the polls and informed on what you're voting for. I'm not saying that I'm the best option because that would be saying that I'm better than my opponent. But research your candidate and make sure that when you cast your vote, you're making a informed decision.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. All right. Well, we're going to find out more about Patrick along the campaign trail. Early voting starts on the 17th, ends on